Hi, I'm Ryan from Georgia Armani Cosmetics in Glasgow Frasers, and today we're going to do a bit more of a catwalk editorial look. So because this is more of a catwalk look, we're going to do a bit of a stronger brow, a little bit darker than the natural hair colour. So I'm just going to sit down a light base first, and this is just going to make all the rest of the eyeshadows that we put on top pop a wee bit more since we're using bright colours. And then just set that with a powder, and that's going to make the rest of the eyeshadows we put on top blend easier, because we're using bright colours. The one thing you want to make sure is that everything's blended really well. So these are our newest eyeshadows that we've just released. They're Eyes to Kill Solos. There's so many colours. I'm going to use a lot of the bright ones today. The pigmentation is amazing. So you're going to start with your lighter shades and build up to your darker ones so that it all blends seamlessly. So you're really smoking this out and dragging it out towards the hairline, and it's just going to make it look a bit more dramatic and elongate the eyes so they look a bit more hazel. So you just want to build it up layer by layer, and that's going to increase the lasting power. The more layers you put on, thin layers, is better rather than one really thick, opaque layer, which is going to wear away a lot faster. So we're going to take a lighter shimmery colour and put it right halfway on 1/3 of the eye. And it's going to keep the eyes open and blend in perfectly with the pink and orange. So I'm going to actually just use a bit of blusher. It's a lot darker, and just use that just right in the inside corner. Cool. So we're going to move on to the face now, and then we'll go back to the eyes. We're going to clean up underneath the eye area. If you just look up for me. So this is the main reason that we do the eyes first before the skin, because fallout tends to come down and sit on the under eye area. And if you've already done your base and then that happens, you're just going back to ruin it, so it saves time. Okay, so we're just going to start on the skin now. First I'm going to start with a primer. It's our luminescent primer, so that's going to add radiance to the skin. And you just want to blend from the inside of the face outwards. So I've left the under eyes completely bare, and we're going to use a lighter concealer just to highlight a little bit. Under the eyes, using a foundation under the eyes can be too heavy, and over time can actually pull the skin down, so it's always better to invest in a good concealer. And then I'm going to take Armani Luminous Silk Powder, which goes with the foundation, and just powder the T-zone on the under eye area. So initially putting foundation on, it can sometimes make the face look a bit flat. So to add dimension back into the face, what you want to do is contour, but not too heavily. You don't want stripes coming down the side of your face. You want to make sure it's all blended, and just use a bronzer that's ever so slightly darker than your own skin tone. So the way to know to contour it, generally, is to go in a 3. So if you start at your forehead, up at your temples, and work it down under your cheekbones and then under the jawline, you can't really go wrong as long as you're light-handed. So adding just a little bit of your contour under your lips creates a shadow, and it makes your bottom lip look ever so slightly fuller. So I'm just going over all the contoured areas with the foundation brush, and it's got no added product on it. It's just to make sure that the contour's all fully blended. Because I've used pink on the eyes, I'm not going to use too much of a heavy blusher, more bronzed. But for blush, I'm going to use just a really, really light pink, just to add a little bit more dimension. So for under the eyes, we're just going to take this darker blue. Just look up for a minute and just run it literally right under the eyes. And then lastly, I'm going to take our Giorgio Armani eye tints, which have just been released. These are the world's first water-suspended pigment eyeshadow in the form of a liquid. So these are great for wearing to like festivals, to the beach, whatever. They stay all day. You can use them as a primer for other eyeshadows. These were also used at the Giorgio Armani fashion show in Paris and Milan. So because the eyes are so heavy, we're going to use more of a kind of mauve pink on the lips. And I'm going to blend it out so it's a little bit more of an ombre lip. So we're going to use our Eyes to Kill mascara. This is one of our master products. This is the stretch mascara. So this is for lengthening the lashes. If you have short lashes and lots of volume, then this is the one that you would want to go for. So this does finish our look today. Using bright colours, we've achieved a more catwalk look, using neon pinks, oranges, but a lot more wearable for girls that want to wear it on a night out.